All right. Yeah, I had a good trip. I saw a lot of my friends. Did got a chance to do a lot in 4 days. Got to do a lot in 4 days.
Good. That's how vacation's
Yeah.
supposed to work.
What?
That's how vacation's supposed to work.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. I got to like slip in. I went to a park. Um, I had
Oh, you went to
a
the duck pond, right?
I went to the Fireman's Park. Yeah. Went
Nice.
with some of my friends. We went there before they had to drop me off. And it was nice. Terrified of ducks, but still very nice.
Did I ever
I
tell
got
you
to
I got attacked by
see.
a duck?
Oh God, please.
Nick, I think Nikki has. We used to have a picture of it, but I don't think we have it anymore. So one time we were at the duck pond in Sherryland, and I was feeding the ducks. It was like the first or second time we had ever gone. So I was feeding them bread or whatnot, and there was this one big one. No, it wasn't a duck. I'm sorry, it was a swan that attacked me.
Oh yeah, those are assholes.
Dude, I kept feeding him, but it kept coming closer. Like it wanted like the loaf of bread that I had in my arm. I was like, okay, fuck off. And it goes, ah, and it gets close, and I'm backing up and I trip on a root. So then it gets
Yeah.
right on top of me.
And we got a picture of that?
And Nikki got it. I don't know if she still has it,
Amazing.
but she got a picture of it.
Amazing.
And I'm just on the floor like this while this one's like like going for the bread.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh man. But no, no,
Jesus.
no. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah, I had fun. I got to see some friends. I got to do karaoke
I
with
saw
some
that, you
friends.
bitch. It looked like
I
fun.
have a I have a video where we're all singing My Chemical Romance's Welcome to the Black Parade.
Mhm.
And it hit me like this is the millennial experience. Like it's just a bunch of people in their late 20s just singing My Chemical Romance off the top of their lungs. It's wonderful.
And I
Highly
never,
recommend it.
you know,
Also, I got to cook for that. I did green sauce spaghetti, which
hey,
I'd never done that before, but a friend gave me the recipe and I was like, can't be that hard. Wasn't that hard. And it came out pretty good. So pretty good weekend. I got to see a couple movies that I was not able to see because they haven't come out here yet, including one you already reviewed and another one that maybe we could review. We'll see.
what's the other
Uh,
one? Oh, the boy in the harem.
no, I haven't seen Boy in the Heron. We were gonna see Boy in the Heron, but because of scheduling, we couldn't because it was super late. So we ended up seeing Anyone But You.
Hey,
Uh, it was not gonna lie, I had a good time. I thought it was very funny.
it did not deserve all the hate it got.
What hate?
Dude, online people were hating on the first trailer. To be fair, the first trailer did look like ass.
Oh, but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like the trailer does not matter in the end.
Dude, I just remember everyone was lambasting that trailer when it first came out. I was like,
Yeah, but like the concept itself was gonna work. I mean, modern retelling for Shakespeare turning to a rom-com, those are always slam dunks. I mean, 10 Things I Hate About You, fucking She's the Man. These are all classics. I mean, and now this one, I think joins that list. I think it's super funny.
yeah, it did not deserve the hate it got. I even said in my video review, I blame Hallmark.
Why? It's not a Hallmark movie.
No, but home. So I have this theory. When was the last time that there was a truly great romantic comedy that captured all of us?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Nikki said the same thing.
I think that one. There's one on Netflix called Set It Up. Highly recommend that one. That one's pretty good.
Mhm.
Stars the same guy from Anyone But You. Um,
Oh, Glenn Powell.
yeah.
He's rumored to be Green Lantern.
I see it. Could be pretty good. Fucking Love Simon. I think it's a pretty good modern one.
Mhm.
Phew. The one from last year that Trip to Paradise or something with George Clooney and Julia Roberts, that was pretty good, but it does start like the OGs of that genre. So I guess like a new one, pretty hard. Yeah.
But what's called? Son of a bitch, did you just eat some chocolate? You son of a bitch. Folks, you can't
I'm
see it.
sure.
but I'm shaming Chema right now.
I'm sorry, I forgot about your abstinence.
No, you're good. Don't worry. I don't. That's fine.
No, I actually. Okay, fun story. Eddie and I went to see the Iron Claw this weekend, and as we were walking out, my friend of the show, my friend Jimmy, had this box of chocolates, and he gave it to me. He's like, "Finish this," and he went to the restroom. And I offered you, and you were about to say yes, and I was like, "Oh no, wait, no chocolate for a year."
No, you slapped my hand. I went for it. You slapped me. You were like, no, wait, no, you can't have any.
Yeah.
Son of a
So
bitch.
I'm breaking Mexican etch,
Huh?
which is something that we've been taught to repress. Do you know what these are?
Oh, I know what they are. Yes, and they're amazing.
So these are Ferrero Rochers. These are chocolates that Mexicans gift to each other, and then the Mexican that receives them just re-gifts them, and the cycle never ends, and no one ends up eating them. Okay,
That's
and it is a tired and old and a horrible fallacy that I hate, and that my generation is gonna break by fucking eating them because they are delicious. And when you're a kid, you're led to believe that whoever owns this controls like the flow of commerce. And no, they're just chocolates. They're delicious, but I'm tired. I'm tired of getting them and just feeling the obligation to just re-gift them to someone else. No, that ends today. I'm gonna eat them.
Do you want to know a little trick to enjoying them even more?
What?
And I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you. You will gain weight if you do this.
Oh my God.
Freeze them. Don't freeze them solid. Put them in the fridge
Okay.
for maybe like 10 minutes so they can get nice and cold and a little tough. And then when you're gonna eat them, dip them in some peanut butter.
Oh my God. Do you want me to die?
You'll die happy.
Oh my God. No,
Tell me you
no.
wouldn't die happy.
I'm gonna not do that. My body, my body's not a temple. My body is like a how would you call it? The body in a temple. My body's like a Legend of Zelda temple, like this weird shit inside of there.
It's
So
cracked. The foundation isn't very good.
yeah, but there's a light that never goes out, and like that's the main plot. So
Christ.
yeah. No, I'm gonna just enjoy them as they are. In the same way that I tried to enjoy the DCEU as it was, and yet they still managed to disappoint me. So are you ready for this?
Ah, yes, I'm ready to attend a funeral.
Let's put this motherfucker to sleep. Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema,
And I am Eddie.
reviewing Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and this is the rollback. The tide is turning. Black Manta, still driven by the need to avenge his father's death and wielding the power of the mythic Black Trident, will stop at nothing to take Aquaman down once and for all. To defeat him, Aquaman must turn to his imprisoned brother Orm, the former king of Atlantis, to forge an unlikely alliance in order to save the world from irreversible destruction. So we have the final movie in the DCEU, a sequel to the first Aquaman, directed once again by horror legend James Wan, starring Jason Momoa, Patrick Wilson, Yahya Abdul Mateen the second, Randall Park, Amber Heard, Nicole Kidman, Dolph Lundgren, Tamora Morrison, and other colorful characters. So I think we're gonna have to talk about this movie in two different ways. One is just as an Aquaman movie, and the other one as what it means as the end of the current DCEU before it restarts with Superman Legacy in 2025. So let's first talk about it just as an Aquaman movie because I think it's what it deserves. What do you think of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom just as an Aquaman movie?
I think there were a lot of good ideas. I think there were a lot of good concepts. Did they execute all of them? No. Did I like it? Yeah, I think I liked it more than I disliked it. I'm not going to stand here and be like, it was perfect. No, no, I am not blind. Contrary to what Fernie and I would say Chema believe, I'm not fully blind. I can acknowledge mistakes. And it did more things right than wrong. I like that we didn't see a lot more of Atlantis, but we explored more of the ocean and we found out about this lost kingdom. They did some world building. Interesting concepts, but they also world build a world that we know is coming to an end. Um, Jason Momoa is still a lot, but his character developed into a father, but I wish we had seen him have that fatherly crisis of like, can I be a good dad? How do I do this? I don't know how to change a diaper. What if he's like me? Oh no, I don't want my son to have to carry my burden. But I did like the fact that we had Orm and Arthur reconcile. I love their partnership. Like things like that. There were things I liked and things I didn't love. Like, oh man, there's a lot in this. How about you? What did you think? What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts on the original Aquaman are completely blank. That's a movie that I went in, and here's a thought that I've never had before in a movie, and that I've never had since.
Mhm.
And that is, while watching this movie, I thought, where is the score? Where is the score? Like, and then it didn't hit me that there was a score, but it was so fucking forgettable that I was bored and I was angry that there was no score when there was a score. And I
Yeah.
remember thinking, like, that is the most forgettable score. I just remember that it's forgettable. Like, that's all I remember. And that pissed me off to no end.
Damn.
The first movie pissed me off to no end. The fact that it's still the highest grossing DCEU movie baffles me. Like, it baffles me, like,
He
absolutely.
outdrew Superman and Batman.
It did. And like, sure, like Jason Momoa is a pretty attractive guy, but really, is that the reason why everyone went to see it? Because
I thought it was
nothing
fun.
about nothing about that movie. Just the only visual that I remember having fun with was the giant octopus that was playing the drums in the final battle. Like, that was
Oh,
the only thing that I found like, that's pretty neat. Like, you can tell that was all one. Like, really, like
no, Tobo's an actual character in the comics.
yeah, but you can tell that the way that it looked and the way that it was brought to life, and like one has that attention to detail, you know.
Yeah.
That part was the only one where I was like, I was pissed off, and then that came up, and I was like, giant squid playing drums. You don't play drums, giant squid. But
Okay.
other than that, no, I felt nothing toward that movie. It ended in that bullshit way that all the DC movies end with like the character saying like, "Who am I?" and like turning to the camera and like making a pose, and we're all supposed to be like, and it sucked. I hated it. I thought it was like a fucking waste of time. And so I was not excited. So I thought, but when the movie ended, I was like, "Good for you, Juan. Cash that check and go do something original because this is." I'm sure he had a good time. I'm sure he had a blast. I'm sure he felt really good that with that movie he became the only second director to have two movies in different franchises gross over $1 billion. He's only him and James Cameron hold that record. And
Damn, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's right. Furious 7.
yeah, no wait, three then. Because of Conjuring, this and Fury 7. And Cameron has Avatar, Alien, and Terminator. So yeah, they're the only people.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, only directors to have three movies in different franchises that, or like one movie in each franchise that gross over $1 billion. Like, that's a pretty small club, which is yeah, I mean, good for one. The whole time I was like, good for one. You know, if this boosts his career, if it gives him money and connections, good for him. But I was not impressed at all with the first one. So I was not looking forward to the second one. But then I saw that, oh, it's the last one. It's the last DCU. Didn't you know how I felt about the Flash? And I was like, fine, I'll go watch it. My cousins wanted to go see it, so I was like, fine, we'll go watch. I will give it this, and I told you this when I saw you. My favorite part about this movie, Patrick Wilson, like, he is incapable of not being charming.
Yeah.
Like, he is so stupidly, annoyingly likable that he really, like, he outshines Momoa, who's not a guy that
That's
can
not an
be,
easy feat.
yeah, it's not at all easy. And because people made a lot of jokes about him in the first one when they put in the helmet and he was like call me Ocean Meister. Like that became like a thing, became a meme for like half a second. And then in this one, he really embraces that douchebag older brother. Like I'm only in it for the mission. Like, but there are some things that do work. Like I do like that Nicole Kidman plays the mom who is like, she knows what is best for her people, but it's also like, but that's my son. That's your brother. Like, please, like, rescue him and get along. Like, please. I like that aspect of like her as a mom and Tamara Morrison as a dad play a very nice balance there. I like that. Amber Heard, she's barely in the movie. I look, I scoured the internet for proof of this. Her role was reduced, could not find a single source that was not a bitter uh fat nerd. Okay. Everything that like, oh, her role was reduced because she screwed John. No, it wasn't. It was always supposed to be a smaller role in this one because the focus of the movie was supposed to be between Momoa and Wilson. Okay, if you Google it right now, I'm gonna go and attack you. Okay,
The what?
I the focus of the movie was supposed to be between Momoa and Wilson, and it is. I personally think that the whole aspect of the baby and taking care of it and the baby being robbed at the end, it was very cheesy, extremely cheesy. The whole movie is just straight up cheese. Another cheese that I love.
But cheese isn't
Uh,
always bad. You like nacho cheese.
I do like nacho cheese, but there's something about this that I didn't want it a super serious movie, but I also didn't want it a fucking Captain Planet episode.
But hold on. So you're against. So that was one of the things I liked. The whole climate change message. Yes, did they beat you over the head with it? Sure. But like you're against $1 billion franchise, a world-renowned director, a world superstar saying, "Hey, climate change bad, do something."
I would if Saslav wasn't a fucking idiot, with
I
like all the terrible things that he's doing.
okay, but
No, my
just
big
the movie as its own thing, you still didn't like it, even as the ending of the DCEU, you didn't like it.
didn't felt like an ending. Felt like just another movie, and not even in a fun way. Like Blue Beetle felt like another movie, but it was fun. It had energy. It had like color. It had like a lot of things going on. And this one feels very been there, done that. And Blue Beetle also feels a little bit been there, done that, but the emotion was there. There were a couple of funny moments in this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Like it's not a 0 stars, but it just I don't want to say it's superhero fatigue, but this feels like came pretty late. It's like arriving late to the party when half of the people are gone and you arrive with like a half-eaten bag of Cheetos. Like, oh, really? You got here? Yeah, that's gonna make a difference.
How Okay, let me ask you this. Do
Yeah,
you think if this movie had come out in the if it had come out in the summer and The Flash came out now, do you think that would have changed your feelings?
definitely,
The what?
definitely,
Oh, okay. So it's kind of the order they came out, right? It's not just me. I feel like it damaged all that to me.
definitely. I think the Flash should have been the ending of this.
I'm dead
Um,
set that the Flash. I'm gonna make a video about it, about the right order and
yeah,
what they should have done, because I do think the DCEU came out in the wrong order. The final four films.
yeah. Oh
Uh,
my God, I finally know who you remind me of.
what?
With that hair, with that, oh my God, you look like Henry Cavill in the Argyle trailer.
I look much, much more handsome than Henry Cavill. Oh no, I
It's the
don't.
hair. It's
No, I
the
don't.
hair and it's the hair and like the little hint of a mustache. You kind of look like him.
Oh, no, I will take that one. Also, I'm gonna go pee real quick
Yeah, go ahead.
because this is my third energy drink of the day.
Stop drinking that shit.
Never. Okay. I did have follow-ups. Okay.
Yeah,
So I was gonna ask this. I Okay, I have no proof. I have no proof that Amber Heard's role was cut down.
Yeah.
That said, would you agree that James Wan is a great director?
Yes.
Would you agree he's really great at writing characters and writing stories?
Yes.
Okay, I think he's too good of a director for all that Mira was in the first Aquaman to cut her role so significantly in the sequel. If anything, he would have grown her part more and more. Maybe they would have built it up as like, you know what? You be queen. You lead Atlantis. You're better at this than I am. It would have been like a borderline Pepper Pot situation. But I do I do think that they reduced her role because Wan's too good to have not used her, the character Mira at the very least.
I think I think it's executive meddling. I think from the writing directly, like from the writing department. Also, the things that we know that were cut were like the two Batmans that filmed cameos and then were cut.
Mm.
Which I still think it's fucking bonkers that they can't even decide which Batman exists in this moment.
Yeah.
Um, that I think is insane. And I think I don't blame one for that.
Yeah, no, no.
Honestly, I
No,
think
it's not
one,
fault.
I think one is a person that definitely knows how to play the game. He knows how to play with executives because he's a self-made man. The Saw short cost very little to make, and he turned that into a fucking moneymaker that is still going. So I don't blame him for this. I generally think like they were screwed from the right for ever since they started writing it. Um, he didn't even want Black Manta in the first movie. They forced him to put him in there. Uh,
Really? That was
yeah,
but he used them so well.
you think so? Because he kind of comes in and then he's defeated and then he doesn't come back. Like that felt like kind of a waste. And then they did sure that they brought him back for this one, and now he's the main villain in this. But like, I always felt the use of Black Manta in the first one was very awkward, because like it
Yeah.
felt incomplete, and it felt like it was kind of shoved in. Yeah.
Also,
No shame on the actor. Yeah, Abdul Mateen the second is a fucking gem. He's great.
yeah. I don't hate how they used him though. I like the fact that they set up Black Manta in this film. I mean, in the first film, and then they expanded it more in the second one, you know? Like,
I'm sorry, man. We're just gonna keep disagreeing. I think no, it's just that I felt
like
like he
he's a
really feels shoved in. Yeah.
I know, and I'm not saying I get why you feel like he was shoved in, but in my perspective, I'm like the idea of them using a character as a minor villain in one film and upgrading him in the second film to be the big bad. I like that. I like how justified he is. You let my dad die. You could have saved him, and you let him die. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep coming after. You're gonna have to kill me because this does not stop with you putting me in jail. I get out and I come after you again, and the next time I'm coming after your son and your wife.
Okay.
Like
Check this out.
that's
Check
top
this out.
villainy.
Take the beginning of the first Aquaman when they have that scene with like him and his dad, and then when Aquaman doesn't save them
Mm,
and stuff. Cut that up, put it at the beginning of this one,
mm.
and it fits.
But you need a big bad henchman to go after Arthur during the first Aquaman. Because remember, Black Manta chases him across the planet in three different scenes. They have big battles, including that big one in I want to say Barcelona. I think I might be wrong. But they
I
have
don't
several
even
great fight
remember,
scenes. Where where
dude.
where was it?
I don't remember, but no, like I sort of feel like you could have cut him out from the first one, shoved it into this one, make it just a little bit longer, and it would have fit. Like you don't really need. I feel like he really was not needed in the first one. I will say the suit looks amazing.
Oh
It
yeah,
looks like he looks like Black Manta. Like they did not fail in that department.
yeah.
But I
I
don't know,
would say the
that felt
costumes in the are solid.
I feel like if the first one would have focused just on him, like getting used to the ocean, getting used to the world, like all that, like it's a movie that really didn't need a villain. It just needed like him trying to find his place in all of this.
Mhm.
And I do think that it was like super shoved in because I feel like it works better in this one than it did in the first one.
Mhm.
Um, but nah. Momoa is like having a blast. I can tell. It's not like he's having a time of his life.
I feel like there's too much Momoa in this though. Like his energy was perfect in the first one, and he's a little too Momoa in this one, if that makes sense.
I feel like that's why they hired him. Because like the original Aquaman, like the cartoon, didn't have a lot. They didn't have a big personality to lead their own movie. Nah, it needed a complete reboot, and I don't think this was a bad decision. Um, but it's interesting. Like they did left like Momoa to kind of play himself, and in the last few years since the first Aquaman came out, they've really let him like fly his wings. I feel like he had too much fun in the Fast X movie, and he brought that into this. Like he brought a lot of that character into this.
I will say this though, I really did like him though in the Fast X film. He was the only good part of that movie. Like his energy was the only good part. Um, but okay. So we've disagreed a lot on Aquaman 2, right? Now, how do you feel about it as the end to the wait, hold on, we didn't talk about Orm and Ar so you like Patrick Wilson, you've made that clear. Do you
Yes, very
the
much so.
story of the brothers, like them coming together?
Yes, that is the aspect of the movie that I think works extremely well. I mean, the whole bit about like I like how he finds him in a jail. He's all thin and shit. Like he's got like the wig and the beard. It's so cartoony. It's extremely cartoony.
He's
And
like,
then he just throws him into the ocean and just comes out with like a six pack. He's all tan and shit. His hair is short again.
he's
And I
right.
like and yeah, and what's the word? It's a dynamic that just cannot fail. Like it has to work. Like that grumpy and sunshiny vibe, like it always works. It never fails. I'm in it every single time. And fuck it, this movie got me to care about that. And I like how they're like arguing and everything. I will say I I hope this is like a way to like bury the hatchet because remember when like Momoa was announced as Aquaman and they showed that first picture of him in this
Yeah.
in like the everything and Momoa infamously went to Comic-Con and autographed one like a fan brought the picture he autographed it and he wrote like Jason Momoa fuck Marvel like that became and we were all like come on man
Yeah, at the end,
you
he was just hyped. Look, man, if I
you
was
cannot punch up, man. You
yes, you
cannot
can.
punch up.
Yes,
Not
you
in that
can.
sense.
You
Not in that
oh,
sense.
if anything, Marvel should take that as a compliment. He didn't put fuck Image Comics. He didn't put fuck Spider-Man Comics. He didn't put fuck Comics Explained. He didn't put fuck the FBA. He put
Your
fuck
fuck
Marvel.
your fuck comics explained. Just fuck comicbook.com too. I hate those idiots. Anyway, uh
You hate Rob?
uh
You hate Comics Explained?
nah, comics explained is fine. It's comicbook.com that I hate.
Yeah,
Because I
fair,
keep blocking them and they keep unblocking themselves to keep showing up on my fucking feed. I don't
fair
know how
enough.
they do that, but I hate it.
Comicbook.com is annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, um, no, when that happened, I remember like it was like, come on, man, like what are you doing? Like you are adding unnecessary fuel to the fire. It's not you're not a wrestler cutting a promo. Like it's not. It's
Well,
not at all like that. Because then it happened because then David Ayer did the same thing when he was promoting Suicide Squad. He was like, man, yeah, fuck Marvel and shit. And the next day, like Stan Lee had to come out on Twitter and be like, bro, what the fuck?
really?
Yeah, like Stanley was like, David, what the fuck? And then David Ayer had to be like, oh, I'm sorry, like I got hyped, like much respect, like I apologize, like he was
Uh,
like,
I'm sorry, my ass wrote checks. I'm sorry, my mouth wrote checks that my ass can't catch. Cash.
definitely because fucking Suicide Squad was terrible.
No, hashtag release the air cut.
Oh my god,
I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Jesus,
Um, but
what?
no, I okay. So let's talk about this film in a new dynamic. Well, an old
Yeah,
dynamic. As
yeah,
The ending, the unceremonious ending to the DCEU. What do you think?
I think I told you this before, but Carl Sagan once said that it's possible that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And this universe ended with a fart.
Were you the one, or was it Fernie that said this movie is a wet fart?
It's me. Sounds like
Okay.
me. It
Um,
sounds like me, yeah.
this movie was not. Look, I'm gonna say this one more time, and then I'm gonna go on to actually trash it. This movie was not the right film to end the DCEU. It should have been The Flash. The Flash should have ended with a hard reset. That way, fans could be like, "Oh, okay, I get it," and then we move forward. That should
You
have
know what?
it should have been like that.
It should have been this, then the Flash, then Blue Beetle as like a little epilogue. That's what it should have been.
I would have appreciated Blue Beetle being like its own thing and being you know what, that would have been a good call. Um
Yeah.
or the Flash being the last one and then it being like, wait a second, Batman? Okay, Batman's still here. Shit, he's young. Superman, who the heck is Blue Beetle? Like the Flash kind of like making subtle comments of like, wait, where's Wonder Woman? Like things like that, you know? I
Right.
think could have been great. I think if they had ended Shazam with the gods are displeased. There's something going on with time. There's an incursion of some sort or something. I know that's a Marvel phrase, but you get what I'm saying. Something in the equivalent of like something is happening to the time space continuum. A man by the name of the Flash, I think you know him. He's causing something, and
Yeah.
then Aquaman happens, and then in Atlantis they feel the tremors, and they're like, something's going on with the surface. It has to do with your friend Barry Allen.
Yeah.
And even Blue Beetle ended with the same way. Fucking Ted Ford got lost in time, and some guy called Barry Allen's causing this. And boom, you use the Flash as a big reset button. That's what everyone was saying. Use the Flash as a reset.
Yeah. But
But no, instead they look a gift horse in the mouth and was like, no, thank you.
yeah. The thing is that
What?
God, it's just speaking of Marvel, I mean, what's with all these Marvel references also like coming in? I mean, between Shazam and now in this one, like do they think that they're good? Like, do they think we're good? Like, because like well,
Wait, what Shazam? I mean, what Captain Marvel reference?
so in Shazam, at the end in the after credit scene, there's like a scene where like the team from Peacemaker is coming in to recruit Shazam into like their team.
Yeah.
And they go like, yeah, we're the Justice Society of America, and then Shazam goes like, that name fucking sucks, and just like starts pulling up like different names, and he goes like something, 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 and then he goes like, oh, the Avengers, I like that one, and then ends.
That wasn't that bad of a dig. That was like that's a good
It
name.
wasn't a dig. It wasn't a dig. But here's the thing: it wasn't a dig. But it's like, oh, we're chummy now. Like we're all good. Like we
Yeah.
ain't.
I
Like
mean,
we ain't.
I think it's a fun reference. Okay, I'll say this much. I understand why Marvel didn't like dive into the fuck DC pool. They didn't have to, or fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Quite the
what is this?
contrary.
What do you mean?
Quite the contrary. There's a beautiful scene
Oh,
in the Eternals,
Superman.
where this little boy sees like the superheroes and he compares them to Superman and to Batman. And they ask Chloe Zhao, like, hey, why did you reference like DC superheroes? And he goes like, and she goes, because they're mythology, man. They're established. And she has huge respect for them. Like, even if she that's that's like a basketball player paying respect to a player from the other team and being like, no, that's the GOAT, you know?
Yeah.
And like check that difference. Like these are saying like, oh fuck Marvel, we're gonna beat them, we're gonna beat them. And these are like, that's mythology. It exists.
Mhm.
Like it is fiction that inspires our reality. And then now this is like coming in, how the Mexicans say, con la cola entre las patas, And they go like, "Oh, now we're chummy." Yeah, we like the Avengers. And now in this one, it's like he calls him Loki at some point. He's like, "Shut
Yeah,
up, Loki. I
yeah.
want to take you back to Azkaban." When he said like, "I want to take you back to Azkaban," I felt like Momoa was gonna turn to the screen and be like, "Which you can watch on Max," just like
Nah.
you know,
I'll say this.
yeah,
I think DC, if Marvel had reciprocated the fuck you attitude, they
yeah.
might have made some extra money. And I'll say that because
I don't think money's what they needed.
no, but versus always creates more demand. Like the whole Edward versus Jacob fiasco, that
Yeah.
printed a lot of money. They made way more money off merchandise of Team Edward hashtag Team Jacob rather than the actual Twilight films themselves. Marvel did Captain America versus Iron Man. Whose side are you on? How much merch did they sell? What, a couple billion? Nice. Let's keep that shit up.
Yeah, but that was tied into the theme of the movie.
No, but like even Pepsi versus Coke, like they know what they're doing. Like if
Yeah.
when it becomes a you're either with us or you're with them, both sides sell more overall. It's a good marketing ploy. I'm just
Okay, but did it make DC more money?
no, it did not. Well,
Then
probably did. Like I'm sure some people were like, "Yeah, go David Ayers." I'm sure. Um, but okay, God damn it, Aquaman was not the right film to end it. It was
yeah.
not. It had the ignoble honor of ending the DCEU, and it just ended with, you're right, with a whimper. And I think that's part of the shadow over this film is also the fact that like James Wan, I'm gonna be very clear, James Wan is not a lazy director. This movie
No,
lacked
no.
a lot of James Wan isms. It lacked the spirit of the first one. It lacked the oomph of the first one, you know? Maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like it was missing a soul. It had heart, but I felt like it was missing a soul. I felt like it missed James Wan's signature. And I understand why. I just didn't appreciate it. And here's the thing, there's some great storylines in this. Aquaman becoming a father. I wish they had focused more on him being nervous about being a dad. Like, and because that's relatable. Like, that is like, how do I know if I'm going to be a good father? You don't, you just try. There you go. We're very fucking relatable. How do I lead a kingdom? How do I be a leader? You don't know. You just fucking try your best. And maybe he should have ended it with leaving the kingdom to Mira and being like, "Look, I can't run this. You can. I'll be the muscle. You be the head." What's more modern than a power couple where the woman leads and the guy is just like, "I'm here having fun with my baby."
He did that movie. It's called The Conjuring. He did that movie.
No, but Jason Momoa doing that,
Yeah.
being like,
Eh,
"I'm just gonna be
well,
back here and let her lead because she's awesome. She's better than me."
I
Like,
guess they wanted to make a brothers movie.
and they could have done both. I believe James Wan is so talented, he could have done both. I wish Orm had been like, "That's my nephew. Can I meet him?" Like that would have been sweet. Like you are
Oh
the
yeah.
like, but he
Oh
never
yeah.
had.
That baby was so fucking irrelevant. They didn't even like made that connection. Jesus.
Dude, he should have gone berserk. The second that he found out his son was taken, like I'm beelining it for Black Manta. I need you guys to handle everything else. I'm going for my son. Deal. Go after him. And he should have ripped his head apart. Like he could have even said at one point, "If you hadn't taken my son, I would have helped you. But I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah.
Like, oh, that would have been perfect. And then they tried doing this unnecessary bullshit of like Orm being like, "I'm now the ruler." No, here's how you film that last part, all right? You have Black Manta beat the shit out of both of them, and they realize we need to work together. Have like if King Atlan had had two weapons, right? Like let's say like a hook and the trident. You give Orm the hook, Aquaman the trident. Let's kick his ass. And they go together as a team against Black Manta to beat him. That's how you do it. But
Mhm.
no. They did the weird, like, it almost felt Wonder Woman-esque, where it's like, "Come on, brother, this isn't you. Let go of it." I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's Wonder Woman shtick, not yours.
God damn it. Well, one, I hope you're happy. I like you. I respect you.
Did your best.
I'm not gonna see Night Swim. Fuck that.
Why? Did he
I'm gonna
direct or did
kid.
he just produce it?
He just produced it.
Oh, then no, you can miss it.
I don't know. I might see it just because I don't know.
25% on Rotten Tomatoes. Goddamn.
Oh, that could go either way. Question, and it's unrelated to anything that we've ever talked about.
Shoot.
Behind you,
Yeah.
is that is that is that like Harry Potter's Patronus
Yeah.
of
That's Lego
Lego?
Patronus.
Oh, cool, neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Did I
Lego.
tell did I tell you that I'm rewatching the Harry Potter movies?
You didn't, but that sounds amazing. I will.
I started watching them because they feel very Christmassy. So I was like, I'll have them playing in the background while I'm wrapping presents or something. Surprisingly held up. I feel like I haven't seen them in a while, and yeah, surprisingly held up. Uh, fuck J.K. Rowling though, but like,
No, definitely. Fuck J.K. Rowling. We don't need any.
but
She,
yeah, but like,
if Warner Brothers was smart, they would offer her like $3 billion to just surrender the franchise to them.
yeah, she's not going to.
I know. Well, because dude, she's a millionaire who should be a billionaire, except she donates all her money. She's still transphobic though.
Well, she's transphobic first. We'll just leave it at that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be really sad when they never make that show.
I think they're gonna. I think Max needs
They're
that.
never gonna make it.
I think they need that show.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why they're not gonna make it. I'm gonna
They don't
tell you
have enough money.
exactly. No, they have the money. They're gonna need child actors.
Uh-huh.
And child actors are really into social media. And child actors who are really into social media, if they get cast in a Harry Potter project, they're gonna get blown to bits. How could you work and enable a turf? And every kid is gonna be like, fuck that. I don't need it. I'm a child. And they're not gonna do it. And they're never gonna find kids. And the kids that do decide to stay, they're gonna be lambasted, they're gonna be treated horribly, and it's not fair to a child. And it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna be like, this is not fair to the children. And they're
Mhm.
gonna stop.
I
And it's
s-
not gonna happen.
you're not wrong, but here's what I see.
Are you playing the world's smallest violin? Remember,
Yeah.
this is an audio show.
Fair enough. Yes, I am playing the world's smallest violin because
I do know that money talks, yeah.
no, not just money talks. Do you have any idea how many kids, how many people would actively sell their souls to Satan to play generational characters like Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley? Do you understand that, like, and I will go so far as to say this, and I will fucking die on one of these. This is one of the hills I'll die on. It's the equivalent of being cast as Luke Skywalker. Like,
Okay.
you want me to play that guy? I'm in.
I will concede and I will give you the point if you could just do one thing for me.
Yes.
Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Keep them up.
Okay.
Tell me the actors who played Harry, Ron, and Hermione in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in the theater.
No, I can't.
Exactly. Where are they?
Because
You remember their
it's not a
names?
film. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's theater. They're
No.
generational characters.
I say this with
They're
love.
generational
I say this
characters.
with love. I say this with love. And I say this with respect to any actor that works in theater. I don't mean this in a mean way. And I apologize if it comes off mean. There is no comparison. There's no argument in any capacity that you could tell me that theater is equal to a film that is, you can have the DVD. You can rewatch the movie 50 times. You can, that actor is immortalized in that role for generations of kids to see. Like, I'm sorry, it's not a comparison. It's not. It's not even close. And fair enough. I respect theater. I respect the art, but I name me the last person to head the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked.
I don't care about Wicked, so that's the
But there you
difference.
go.
Oh, wait, I actually do.
Wait,
I
what?
actually
Really?
do.
Really?
Yeah, Lindsay something. She was in the Glee project. Oh my gosh, she was Alfiva.
But
Lindsay,
she played
yeah,
the Witch of the
yeah,
West in
Alfiva. Yeah,
on Broadway.
Lindsay. Fuck, give me 1 second. Her name was Lindsay something. Fuck, she was in the Glee project. Like I remember, and I wanted because she played Alfiva, and then they went into the pandemic. Uh, it's gonna come back to me. But look, I'll tell you this:
Mm.
they made a Percy Jackson musical, and I can name you the actors that played them.
Yeah, but you're an obsessed psychopath.
Am I? Am
No,
I?
no, you're just a good fan.
Am I?
You're a good fan.
Anyway,
Oh, no, but yeah, no, I would still.
no, because look, there's been remakes of things that are timeless, and nobody fucking remembers them. Do you remember who played Red McCormack in the Footloose remake? Of course not. You know who Kevin Bacon is?
Yeah, but okay, Footloose, Harry Potter.
Still,
I'm sorry, Footloose, Harry Potter, Prom Night,
I
Harry
know
Potter.
it's not the same, but like,
It's not, but it's so Harry Potter is such a big, so much of a bigger franchise than most. Harry Potter is rivaled and rivals only like Marvel. I think DC might actually be below Harry Potter. Batman might be like the only equivalent, if that. Star Wars, like not even Star Trek, Star Wars maybe. No, definitely Star Wars.
I
Star
still don't think so, man. Like, I
Marvel.
think, look, let's
What
make a bet, right? Did we make a bet already about this show coming out? I think we did. Did we?
I don't remember. I do think the
Okay.
book will be made because they need the viewers. And if they want to capture money, Harry Potter, I guarantee you that show will get more views than House of Dragons or The Rings of Power or the Halo show.
Oh
It's not
yeah?
close.
Oh
It's
yeah?
Stranger Things level of fandom.
Oh yeah? Where's the Batgirl movie?
We're talking about Harry Potter.
Where is the Batgirl movie? Where is the Ace versus Acme movie? These people are gonna make shit, and then when they get tired, they're just gonna throw them away. It is a fun
No,
look.
it's a tax write.
Rewatching the Harry Potter movies, it made me realize how much of a fucking miracle it is that they kept them intact and they only had to go through one Dumbledore. Okay, it is insane how
I
much it did work.
I think part of it was also national pride, man. The British were like, this is our book. Like this is our franchise.
Yeah,
And the Brits know how to be consistent at a lot of things.
yeah.
But
I don't know, man. We'll see. I personally do not think it's gonna happen. In the same way that I have hopes that Superman Legacy is gonna go well and stuff, but I already don't like that there's gonna be so much supplemental material. I gotta watch Superman Legacy, and then I gotta watch Creature Commandos, and then I gotta watch Lanterns, and then I gotta watch fucking Waller.
as I
And
understand it, Gunn didn't say that you have to watch it all. Everything is good.
no, but they're gonna be there.
Well, yeah, okay, but in that same sense, then like I don't like all the supplements material with Marvel and like fucking how many seasons of Daredevil? How many seasons of Punisher? Wait, I
You
gotta watch
don't need
Echo? Who the
you
fuck
don't
is
need to watch you don't need to watch any season of Daredevil or Punisher to understand the larger MCU. Those are just for fun.
No, but you get what I'm saying though. It's like you don't have to watch the supplemental material to understand what's going on.
No, well, in Marvel now you do.
Marvel, oh,
Sadly,
yeah,
in
but
Marvel
no,
now you
but
do. Yeah.
James Gunn, um, everything can exist on its own, and you'd be fine.
I hope. I hope. Did you see the guy who just got cast as Jimmy Olsen?
No,
God, he's perfect. He's the perfect guy to play Jimmy Olsen. He was in The Quarry. He was in Booksmart.
let me see.
Yeah.
The fuck? Okay.
Absolutely perfect casting. That guy always has the facial expression like he wants to show you a trick on a trampoline. I love him.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You know, he looks like an AV nerd. Good. And I mean that in a good way. Like Jimmy Olsen is a type.
That's what you need to play Jimmy Olsen. Yeah.
No, you know what's crazy though? You know who would have been a great Jimmy Olsen back around Man of Steel?
Who?
Jesse Eisenberg. with his long hair, with his long like dingy hair from like
Well,
God, did you ever see him in 30 Minutes or Less?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, that version of him, fucking perfect for Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah. Well, but they thought he could do better as Lex Luthor, so we'll see.
What made Jesse Eisenberg famous? I don't remember what movie was it.
Zombieland, Adventureland,
Zombieland.
yeah,
That's the one. That's
30
the
minutes
first
or
one I saw.
less. Yeah.
Was he in
Then
super? No, he was not super bad. But yeah, I would say
no,
Jesse Eisenberg in 30 Minutes or Less, perfect Jimmy Olsen. Fucking
it
perfect.
would have been good. Coming back to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, final thoughts.
It's a B plus. No, it will not be my number one film of the year.
It's not a B plus. Be honest.
I like the brotherly.
It's on the best day on the planet, it's a B minus. On the
Nah,
worst day, it's less than that.
nah. You're not. It's my
It
rankings for. It's my. I was gonna call you Fernie. It's my rankings, Chema.
B plus, that's like an 8.5. This is not an
Hey,
8.5.
okay. Consider this. How much do I favor DC films?
You favor them quite a bit.
So for me to give this film a B plus,
I think, look, top five most disappointing moments of this show is when you put the first Aquaman as your number one film that
I
year.
will stand behind that.
No, you,
Yes, I would. No, you know why? How the fuck did James Wan make me really like Aquaman and Jason Momoa? How the fuck did they actually make an Aquaman film good with great visuals,
still
great fight scenes?
on the
How
year that
they made
Spider-Verse came
they made
out.
the green and orange Aquaman suit badass. That is literally an impossibility. They made a running joke of Aquaman, he talks to fish. They made him a beast. So, no, I stand by that.
On the year of Spider-Verse, the year of Infinity War,
I will
the
say this.
year of Roma, the
I will
year
say this.
of Crazy Rich Asians, the year of Black Panther.
I will throw two flags in there. I will throw two flags. One, I did not appreciate Spider-Verse enough the first time I saw it. It was in 2019 when I rewatched it. I was like, you know what? This is pretty fucking good. I liked it the first time I saw it. The second time I loved it. I'll say that for Spider-Verse. And as far as Infinity War, it would have been number one if they had actually killed someone that mattered.
They killed Gamora.
Again, if they had killed someone that mattered.
The year of Ready Player One.
If I was invested in that book,
The year
what are you
of
gonna do?
Paddington 2. The year of Incredibles 2.
Look, I'm not, you know
The
what?
year of Bohemian Rhapsody. The year of Hereditary.
I
I
think Bohemian
still,
Rhapsody was in my top 10, I remember.
I think so, yeah. Still, I
Yeah.
cannot believe that. Oh God.
What
Okay.
about you? Final thoughts on this film?
Final thoughts. Patrick Wilson is great. I wish him further career with one, possibly. Momoa, I think he should do more comedies. Really do. I think he seems like such a chill guy, but we'll see. I have not seen his Apple TV show. I have not seen him in anything else, really.
Hmm.
Besides this and Game of Thrones, and I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck else he has done. Oh well, no, he was in Dune. He was good in Dune. I will say that he was good in Fast 10 too. Um, but no, I'm good. I wasn't expecting a lot, and I was like, fine. I give this 2 stars. It's
2 out of 5?
you know what? I'm being too nice. One and a half out of five.
Jesus.
It's just for doubting me.
Okay,
I'm never gonna watch it again. I'm never gonna watch it again.
I have a what if.
Please.
Gun to your head. You have to rewatch one movie 10 times. The
Oh
Flash or
God.
Aquaman?
Flash.
Okay. Black Adam or Aquaman 2?
Jesus. Oh God, Aquaman 2.
Shit. So okay, then don't make it obvious. How do you feel about Black Adam
Like
or the first Suicide Squad?
God, first Suicide Squad.
Okay. Wonder Woman 2 or the first Suicide Squad?
Oh, first Suicide Squad.
So the first Suicide Squad's the worst in the DCEU?
No, Black Adam is the worst in the DC.
You just said that you'd rather watch the Suicide Squad over oh wait. Okay.
Yeah, listen to yourself, please.
Sorry. Okay, Black Adam. I can't okay, I was interpreting that. Okay, Black Adam or Wonder Woman 2?
Wonder Woman 2. Yeah.
You would rather watch Wonder Woman 2?
Yeah, because at least Chris Pine is fucking charming. Like I prefer to see him than see The Rock.
Justice League or Black Adam, which is worse?
Black Adam is worse.
You're just prejudiced against The Rock.
No, I'm not prejudiced against The Rock. I think it's generally the worst movie in the DCEU.
Science, hold on, I want to see science term for rock. I think you have mineral phobia.
Uh,
You're mineral
I, I'm
phobia.
a, I'm okay with that. What's it gonna do to me?
So
What?
go
What's
ahead to
what's it gonna do? It's
oh,
gonna do nothing to me. Fuck that.
ugh.
Um, yeah. So this sucked. But at least we're done. That's the last movie I saw in 2023, and I managed to see one, two, three, four, five movies in 2024 so far. Yay!
You're a psychopath. Okay,
I
question.
know.
Are
You
we
watch one of those with me. Yeah,
I went to one of those with you, Jesus. Now,
yeah,
question though. Are we
yeah.
doing our top 10 next week, or do you want to wait till the week after so we have time to watch The Boy and the Heron?
Can we do it after the Oscar nominations come out? It should be near the end of January.
Yeah, down. We'll wait till then.
I feel like that's a good cutoff point. Like Oscar nominations are out, we're completely done with 2023.
Okay, bitching. All
Because I
right,
still need,
folks.
because I still need to watch a few more movies. Yeah,
Folks, you can expect our top 10 to come out, I guess, towards the very end of January, the very beginning of February.
sounds great. What are we doing next week? Are we doing Boy and the Heron or
Sure, we can do Boy and the Heron. Have you seen it?
let's not yet, but let's shoot for that one. Worst case scenario, we do anyone but you, since we both watched it already.
You sure you don't want to do Rebel Moon?
I don't want to do Rebel Moon at all.
Have you seen it?
I let's you know how we have like one or two like vetoes per year or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm using my first one just right now.
I didn't even know
No
we
wait.
had vetoes. If I had known
No
that
wait.
a long time
That's
ago.
a 2023 movie, right?
Yes.
Ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna see it. Like, no, I'm look, Zack Snyder seems like a pretty sweet guy. He seems like a talented photographer and cinematographer. He loves zombies and he loves genre. I don't want to see him direct.
Fair enough.
I don't. Although this is a pretty cool thing that happened. You can now have Zack Snyder as your Netflix profile picture. He's the first director to be added as like a token for like as an icon for Netflix because he's made so many Netflix originals at this point.
I
And
thought
they
he's only done
appreciate
like
him.
two, no?
I don't know. But apparently they love him on Netflix, and or he has like a deal with them, and so you can now have him as like that. It's cool. It's kind of like when they added J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy as like characters in Lego Star Wars, and you could play as them. It's
Neat.
cool.
I
It's
did not
neat.
know.
See, it's cool. It's neat.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah, join us next week for Boy and the Heron or anyone but you. Uh, either could be a good date movie, and yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
yeah.
And one is full of hot people, and the other one is anyone but you. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chema,
And I've been Eddie.
and this was the rollback. Rest in fucking pieces, DCU.
Come on, you're fired.
All right, good night.